Personally, I was excited because I'm a big psycho-biddy thriller fan. Are you
Psych-
guys?
Psycho-biddy, what is that?
Oh, exciting.
I'm a judge in the city.
What you doing in a shithole like this?
I'll be better soon, then I'm gone.
We can both look forward to that day then, can't we? In the meantime, why don't you try and make some friends?
Stay clear of that lot over there. Give them toys to play with like children. Some of them think they are too.
So psycho-biddy is kind of when it typically centers on old women who are kind of mad. One of my favorites is Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Yeah.
You invoke it all the time.
Yeah, this movie definitely has some of that tone. So I'd love to hear from you if that was an inspiration point, or if not, what were inspiration points for you in pursuing this film?
My first conversation with James Ashcroft, the director, was, I'd loved the script. I loved it on page 3, where the first key event happens, and it doesn't let up in the narrative being so textured and so engaging. And I said, I don't like mashups of films. It's this meets this. Eddie Izzard, the English comedian, he always had the best one. For any film, he'd say, it's like Mary Poppins meets Zulu. And I'd go, yeah, that would be a great film. But I did say to James, the detail and the tone of this film is going to be so important, because there is a Baby Jane meets a Cuckoo's Nest. Both the institutionalized thing and the eccentricity of two particular characters gunning with each other.
And that power dynamic within there.
Yeah, we did. Well, occasionally, I don't know if there are any outtakes of it, but you are, Dave, you are.
James made this beautiful statement in a letter that he wrote to me when I was offered the job. He said that he has 3 daughters, which means he thinks all the time about bullying. But it had never occurred to him that his aging parents, might face the same challenge in the last years of their life. And that's, again, I keep talking over and over again about James's serious intent. He loves the horror genre, but he wants to use it in ways that it's never been used before.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
we were all so committed to his project, because that's how he saw it.
We all get what's coming to us at the end.
I want to talk about the teeth that you wear in this film. How did that come about?
Well, for some reason, it was the first thing I thought of. I thought he's got to have scary teeth. I've done that occasionally, in my mind, most notably in Buckaroo Banzai way back in the 1980s. It has a way of completely changing you and changing your people's expectations. You simply look like a different person instantly when you click in those teeth. I happened to be in England for something or other, weeks and weeks out from doing the film, and I was able to call up this wonderful craftsperson named Christopher Lyons, who's the Toothmeister. He does all of Tilda Swinton's teeth. He did Meryl Streep's Margaret Thatcher teeth. He did my plumpers when I played Winston Churchill, all inside my mouth. I called him up and I said, look, I'm playing a horrific character and I want his teeth to be among the most scary things about him. So he came over to my hotel. He took a new cast of my teeth, make sure that the new ones would clip on there. And he gave me several examples, photographs of other teeth he'd made. I sent them all to James and I said, I think this is a good idea. What do you think? And he was a little scared. He said, well, maybe a little subtler than that. And I said, fine. and Chris made the teeth, literally took him a little while. By that time, I was back in LA. They arrived in the mail, and I clipped them on. I felt, wow, I'm Dave Creeley. And I also thought, my eyes should be scarier. There's going to be an awful lot of eye action, so let's make them kind of silvery gray. And we found
Great.
an equally adept eye meister in Los Angeles, and she created those contact lenses for me. That and growing some whiskers, and I was home free.
I love that you can have a sentence in an interview that involves the words "my early work" and then Buckaroo Bonsai.
Yes, right.
How many people get to claim that one?
They were very memorable teeth. I've used them several times since.
Who rules? Jenny Payne.